Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Sentinel Superhero Illuminate Gallery, which is all Marvel stuff. It's an interesting line. It's a little statue type figure inside a display case, which lights up. That's it. It's fairly basic. I know a lot of people like this kind of stuff a whole bunch. Even Hasbro was releasing figures that kind of had these light up display stands for a while for the Iron Man armor, so I guess that makes a little bit more sense. These are, I don't know, they're a little weird and questionable to me. There's a couple things I really like about them and a couple things I don't like. There's one cool thing about it though, and that's that you can turn them on and off manually, or you can set them for being motion activated, which is pretty nice. It does work very well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you that with all these harsh lights on very easily, but the motion sensitivity does work very nicely, so don't worry about that. It works exactly as advertised. The only downside to that is that you see these little things in the front. Those are the motion sensors. And I think it would have been nicer if they were somehow incorporated so that they didn't stand out so obviously. It looks a little bit weird, but I don't know if that's going to be a big enough deal breaker for some people or not. I will show you how they light up in a minute. First, I just want to show you each individual figure. It's a really nice acrylic box as far as this part goes, and then you have the chrome piece at the top that has the figure's name on it, and then the bottom part is just this molded gunmetal plastic. Now the sculpts inside are not great, but they're not bad. Some of them are better than others, I think. I think Captain America's looks pretty good. I don't know, it looks alright. It looks alright. These things come in at a $25 price point, so I'm wondering how much of that money went to the motion sensor and if that's worth it. That's my biggest gripe. Like for this guy, I think it would have been appropriate for his shield to be metallic. It would have really made him stand out, but it's not. The other thing I don't care for is that he and Spider-Man, I'll show you that in a second, both have like ground pieces in there and no one else does. So, I don't know. I think it might have been more appropriate for him to just be holding his shield and looking straight down. But again, these are subjective things mostly, so I think other than the fact that it's not uniform to have only two of them with ground pieces, but I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. And it's also interesting that they all have the same size case, which makes sense, but some of them are a lot shorter than others, so it looks a little strange, and I'll show you an example of that as we go too. So I don't know. They look okay. So there's Cap. He looks pretty good. I think the acrylic is really nice, though. I was surprised to see that. I thought it was going to be much cheaper plastic. So there's Spider-Man, and like I really like the anatomy and the pose on him. I think it looks really good. I don't like the fact that his webbing is almost imperceptible. It's super faintly sculpted, and it has no paintwork on it at all. So he is just solid red and blue, not counting the spider or the eyes. And he does have the display piece, the ground piece in there, which just doesn't line up with the other people. And he's standing in such a way that it's pretty unnatural. He's leaning severely. You can't tell from some angles, but then from others, it looks like he's doing the Michael Jackson thing almost. So I don't know. I don't know about this. I feel like the price point is probably, I mean, maybe it's technically worth it since it has the motion sensor in it and the lights. But practically speaking, I don't know if people are going to find it worth it. That's the thing. So there's always this balance of objectively worth it and then practically worth it. And that's only up to the buyer. You can't decide that for anybody but yourself. So you have to see if people are willing to buy it. That's all it is. So I don't know. For me, I wouldn't want to buy them, I don't think, at $25 a piece. But I'm sure there are people out there who might. So there's Vision. He's okay. His sculpt's a little weird. His head's very, very, very small. His pose is okay. But I don't know. These sculpts are very basic sculpts, and his head's very tiny. So, I don't know. I think Thor is probably my favorite one because he actually fills up the piece a little bit better. He fills up the display case nicely, and he's got that metallic silver on there and a decent paint job, and having that like scale mail, plate mail on there makes it look like he's got a much better sculpt, and mostly his sculpt is really solid, so I think Thor is probably a really good one. So maybe you don't want to get all of these. Maybe you just want to pick and choose. It's going to probably be up to you. It's definitely going to be up to you. But, yeah, you know, they're okay. They're okay. Bluefin sent these to me, so I'm reviewing them for you guys. I didn't know they were sending these to me, so I'm happy to show you. They're not really my thing. I'm not a statue collector in the first place, so maybe that'll help if you are a statue collector. You like this kind of thing off the bat, maybe you'll be okay. I don't know. Like even Ultron Sculpt here, he's got this weird, like, it's almost like he's trying to stand in a sexy pose. It's just a little strange. It's a little weird. And then lastly, Iron Man. Iron Man's another one of the good ones, I think. Although he should definitely be flying rather than just standing there, because It almost looks like he's doing like a stiff arm, straight arm. What's the word? Football thing? A sports ball thing? No, I'm just kidding. It looks like he's like running a football rather than being Iron Man. So it's a little weird, but I do really like that he's nice and metallic. And the paint job is good where they put the blue on there, and his sculpt is pretty clean. So, I mean, it looks fine. I just don't know if it warrants the 25. Like, he should definitely either be standing or flying. But doing this half standing thing looks like he's posing for a Heisman or something. It's just a little bit weird. Anyway, let me show you how they light up. I think I have the batteries here in Ultron. Let me see. Yes, so you can barely tell these lit up right now. So let me turn off the lights, and I'll show you how it looks. So you can see there's a bit of an issue. When the lights are all the way off, you can't see the figure. The lights are only in the crystal part, the acrylic part. There's like one in each corner, and it makes the whole box light up very nicely. It's a very cool effect. You can see that works nicely, but you can't see the figure at all. And I don't know if you guys can see on the camera at all, but it does show fingerprints pretty effectively. So having no lights on, which makes the lighting work the best, makes it work the worst. If you put on a little bit of lighting, it really mitigates the fact that it's lit up. You can see the figure better, but you can't see this. So what they really needed to do was, if they're going to do this, the blue corner lighting, that's fine, that looks really cool. You need a light here to shine on the figure, and then it would look really cool in there. But as it is, the figure is either impossible to see, so you can see the lighting, or in order to see the figure, you can't really see the lighting. So it's not great. It's really not great. I don't quite get it. I like the concept, but I don't quite get what they were doing here as far as practicality. And then, of course, for the switch, you just switch it off to the other option right there, and then it is motion activated. I don't know if we'll be able to demonstrate that. It's still lit up right now. I have my thumb over it. Hopefully, it's got like a timer on it. I don't remember how long the timer is. So there. So now if I move my thumb, it should automatically turn on. Yeah, so you can see the lighting, the motion activation works really well. But again, the lighting itself is just, it's not, I don't know, guys. It's really weird. Honestly, I don't like these. I could see if somebody would, but for me, it's just a total no. It's a definite no. The lighting, not lighting up the figure inside the statue case, just doesn't make sense to me. So if that worked better, then I think you could forgive a lot of the other issues. But again, you have Spider-Man and Cap that are very short, Thor very tall, so a lot of empty space with bases in there. It's just, I don't know, guys. It just feels very rushed and thrown together to me. So I would say I don't recommend it, unfortunately. But if somebody likes these things, then you like them. And there you go. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.